Hi, welcome to the Blank Slate. So today I was going to talk about that is everything around us energy. Like even like when we see around us, we see trees, we see houses, we see ourselves, we see different humans. But I was wondering if everything is just the play of energy. Energy is what? Energy is something which has potential to change. Energy. We know about energy. We know about energy, right? Yeah. So, like even if we see a certain tree, let's say, or uh, I can better explain it by giving an example. So one day I was walking down a path and I saw that a tree or a plant, they were just standing where they are supposed to stand, like they were planted at a certain place. Then I saw that the plant swayed, that because the wind blowed, and when I saw the leaves of the trees, they also swayed. They also shivered in a way, because that's what they do. That the leaves shiver and the plants sway all the time, right? So this happens because the wind blows, and the wind has a certain energy. We can say that it is a form of a kinetic energy, and let's say the plant which is standing erect is like a potential energy because it is not moving, but it has potential because it is standing at one place. It is not exactly for the potential energy, but for the lack of a better word, I am just using, or I'm just stating that it is a potential energy, or the energy, or a certain energy which keeps the plant erect, or a tree erect, or the leaves at a certain place where they are supposed to be, right? So, and the plant is erect and its cells are in such a way that they have certain strength which makes the plant a certain way. So that energy, that energy of the plant which makes it erect, comes in contact with the wind energy, and the plant gets swayed, you know. And let's say let's say we play soccer, and the ball is at one place. It has a certain energy because it is pulled by the earth by the gravitational force, so it has a certain energy, right? Certain energy is acting on it, like gravitational energy. And when we came running down, when we do the run up, we kick the ball, and when we kick the ball, the energy which is applied by us is the kinetic energy. So when we kick the ball, we act against the gravitational force, and the ball flies in the air. And the air has a certain mass, and that mass is being is being confronted by the mass of the ball, or the energy which the ball contains when we kick the ball, the kinetic energy which the ball contains. So one can imagine that everything is like the collision of energies. And let's say a house is erect. It is erect because the bricks are kept in a certain way, and the cement and the brick are joined together because these different elements of cements, the cells in the cements, for the lack of better word, I say, because I think there can be more technical term to that, but the building is erect because these things are like together, like they form a certain mass because they have certain energy together, like a force which brings everything together. So it's also energy, right? And also, apart from all this, when we see from a comprehensive view, we see that the plant gets energy from the sun, and everything which happens on Earth depends on the energy which it receives from the sun, right? Let's say the plant grows because it receives energy from the sun, and even us humans, we get vitamin D, and our bone gets strengthened because we are dependent on the sun, right? Like everything, like every cycle of the earth is like dependent on the sun, like the cycle or the flow of the glaciers, like the glaciers melt and it becomes river, and then the even the seasons which change in the earth are based on the cycle which the earth takes when it revolves around the sun, or it rotates on its own axis. So everything is like dependent on the energy which the earth gets from sun, and the every being which is present on the earth is in some way or another dependent on the energy which it receives from the sun, and this energy then gets played around, just like how I gave the example of plants and the buildings which are erect, and even ourselves, even every creature which is present, like everywhere, like let's say the aliens exist. Now the body is at one place, like it is compact, like it is in one piece, because the energy, uh, because these different cells of the body are like together because they have a certain force which brings them together, right? And let's say our body goes into space, our body will disintegrate, our blood will boil. It is different there because the cells which are together, in when it is inside the atmosphere of the earth, it is together because it is being held together because of the gravitational force, like the atmospheric layer which is around earth. It protects our body, like it makes a perfect balance where these different cells of our body can be together. But when we go out in the space, or like just our bare body in the space, it will disintegrate and our blood will boil and all these things will happen, because that play or intermixing of energy is different there. So I was just wondering that everything is just play of energy. Like what we see is fine. Like we see the cells, we can touch this. We see the matter, we see the building, we see the cement, we see different things. It is cool, but what is like beneath them? It is a play of energies, and many times even many people they speak about God. They say that it is equivalent to energy. Like many a times, those who are atheists, or like certain people who do not believe in God, even they say that they believe in energies, right? So everything is like energy. So I think it's very interesting and something to ponder about. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. I hope you found it interesting. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye bye.